welcome. My name is Kathy A, and yes, it is time for my drugstore and affordable makeup best of 2022. This is something I've been really looking forward to because I found that a lot of the drugstore products really were amped up this year especially, and so were the prices though. Oh my goodness. Whew. But some of the quality of the drugstore products rivaled or exceeded what some of my high-end and luxury products performed over the past year. Now I have reviewed hundreds and hundreds of products over the past 9 years now, has it been? 9 years? It's going to be 10 years in February that I've been doing YouTube videos. I'm excited this year. I think they had really good releases in the drugstore especially. I was really impressed, and I think what I'll do is I'll just start right off with how I do my makeup. We'll go into order. We'll start with my nails, actually. I have to show you these. These are Lily & Fox, and they are kind of like the Color Street thing where you just kind of tape them over your nails. And these are the Christmas sweater series, which is this. Now I purposely, I have terrible nails because I do a lot of filing, I do building, I do a lot of cooking, baking. I have had these on for 2 weeks, actually 13 days, but that's 2 weeks. I have had these on and there's just been a teeny bit of roughness worn off on the edge, and then where my fingernails have grown on the bottom there's a little bit of space where they grew. So I'm really impressed with the longevity of these, how easy they are to put on the nails, and how many beautiful designs they have. I have several here. This is the blue marble, and we've got the Native American Aztec design. We got a little glam leopard print, and then I have the Aurora Borealis, which I'm looking forward to wearing as soon as that palette ever comes, if it ever comes. I ordered it almost a month ago now, and I'm still waiting. Okay, so that was my nails. I think Lily & Fox is an online company. They don't sponsor me, they didn't send me anything. I just found out about this from the Baking Diva because she buys her stick-on nails from there. And at first they seem a little shiny and artificial looking, but they wear down. You can wash your hands. I shampooed, I did the dishes. As I said, I did baking, so I had my hands in the dough with these on. And they're really, really good. And literally you can just peel them off when you're done with them and you want to go to a different design. I like the stick-on nails because I like to basically have designs on my nails. If I just want a plain color, I prefer painting a plain color on, but I love these for the designs, and they're only $2.99 a set. And a set is quite a lot. I mean, you can cut these. I have short nails, so you can cut these right in half. And I think that's a really nice feature about them. But they are high quality, they do last, and you know, comparing them with the Color Street price, and yes, Color Street was probably one of the first folks to patent this concept of 3 layers of natural nail polish that they have processed in this format. But they're around $14, $12 a set. I think that they're very expensive, and if you can get them for $2.99 a set and you can enjoy the designs a little more often. Right now I'm really a cheapskate. I'm really looking for things that are a bargain. So anyway, my name is Kathy A, and my channel is called Kathy A Beauty and Lifestyle. I do makeup reviews and lifestyle reviews, skincare, hair care a little bit. I don't really go into fashion too much because I buy most of my clothing at ThredUp, which is an online thrift store, and I also buy things from Amazon here and there. A lot of the clothing that you see me in, well, I am the Queen Elf. And I love this hat. When I went to a Christmas festival recently with this hat, my friend that was with me, I kept bopping him in the head with my hat. This hat's off of Amazon, and I really like it. I think the little elf thing going on there is really fun. We're into drugstore and affordable products. So this is the Master Blur Stick, and this is from Maybelline. This is the translucent shade. This is kind of like it's a smoothing putty primer, but it's in a stick form. It's very, very easy. You can apply it directly on your face in those areas where you have a little texture and you just want to smooth it out. It's good for erasing pores, like on the nose area. Get a lot of those pores and dings and dents. I have a lot of sun damage on my face, especially on this side, the driver's side, where the sun comes through the window, and I wasn't wearing sunscreen most of my life. Did a lot of damage here on this side, much more than this side, which was inside the car. So, but this is the Master Blur from Maybelline. Really, really nice. I have the translucent color, the transparent color, but it is kind of, it's smoothing. It's not sticky, gooey feeling. It's more of a smoothing gel ointment feel. So I really like that. For eye primer, I do like Ulta Beauty, and this is their tinted matte eye primer. It's very, very, it's a cream eye primer. It goes on nicely. It holds your eye makeup really, really nicely. It doesn't stay so tacky that you have to, set it with a powder. I think it's a really nice kind of hidden gem in Ulta. And I've been using it for a couple of years now. I think it might have won last year, I'm not sure. But this is the Ulta Beauty, and this is the matte eye primer. My favorite under eye product is new to me this year. It is a True Match. This is a concealer eye cream. And it's got the eye cream skincare feel to it, but yet it's got concealing pigment in it, so it's kind of the best of both worlds. When I did my Honest Beauty special, they have a eye cream that's tinted, but it's a little bit more peachy orange. Now this is the L'Oreal one, and as much as I don't like to promote L'Oreal products, this is so hydrating under the eyes. I use it under the eyes and then in the upper brow area because sometimes I get dry up there as well. This works really nicely. You may not need to use a concealer over the top of this because it does have enough tint in it to act as a concealer. But it is a concealer in an eye cream from L'Oreal, and I really am impressed with this. It really worked nicely. Very high-end feel to it, and it's skincare with makeup. New to me this year is ColourPop, and this is their concealer, and I maybe tried this in September. This is the ColourPop No Filler Concealer, and this is really, really nice. I just wasn't sure what shade I could get in it. This is a light shade. I believe it's the second or third one. Let me just have a quick look. This is light 30, and it is light 30. It's like a perfect shade for me. It's just maybe, I could probably go to maybe the next shade up in it. There are a lot of shades in it. ColourPop does some really nice face products. I always get a little nervous when I like a ColourPop product though, because they discontinue things all the time, or they change the formula. I'm like, oh gosh, okay. So this is the concealer from ColourPop, and I think it's an excellent concealer. It's very age friendly. Now some younger people may prefer other concealers that are from the drugstore, and I think that has a lot to do with skin texture and lines under the eyes, because I'm telling you, if you have lines under the eyes, you don't want your concealer emphasizing them or giving you that owl look, the raccoon kind of white under the eyes with black eyes showing. So I think this is a wonderful concealer. Now also, I did, and this is left over from last year, but I did use this a lot this year. This is the NYX Bear With Me. This is the concealer serum. And I actually found somewhat of a dupe for it in the Temu, infamous Temu, in the Temu bag. This Langmani is a dupe for the NYX Bear With Me, and this is like $1.68 or something for this. There is a little bit less amount of product in than in the NYX, but the price is about 1/4 of what the price is for the NYX. So I was pretty happy with that. I'm hesitant to recommend anything on the Temu website because Temu or Temu, however you want to pronounce it, they are here today, gone tomorrow with products. And I think a lot of that has to do with when you order custom products from a factory, they do an overage. They do like a 5 to 20% overrun of the product. They keep that extra just in case there's shipping errors or lost boxes or anything, so that they can send that product out to you and they've got it in stock. You pay a small amount for that overage, but if you order 1,000 pieces, you get those 1,000 pieces, but here they've got another 250 pieces that they have made, and I think that's why there's odd numbers in the Temu and Wish and Shein and Alibaba. I think they buy up this leftover warehouse stock left over from the custom orders from the nice companies. So it could very well be the same stuff, but it's in different packaging, and I think one of their house brands is Langmani, Langmanni. You can also find this brand on Amazon, but the Amazon prices are twice what they are on the Temu. So I'm kind of torn on the Temu thing because I've been a little disappointed with some of the makeup quality, especially the eyeshadows from the Temu website. And I just as a joke, really, I wanted a coffee grinder, and I thought, oh, how great, you know. And the picture looks like it's got all these parts and things. Look how big this is. It fits in the palm of my hand. I could fit maybe 3 coffee beans in here. Yeah, about 3 coffee beans fit in there, and it's nice quality. It's put together really well, but it's like, you know, talk about elf. So you get caught with stuff like this from Temu because they advertise and make things look so spectacular, but then when you get them, they're a little bit disappointing. But there are a few makeup items I felt were worthy of comparison with my top of the year, so I'll bring them up a little bit later. For foundation, for liquid foundation, this was hands down my favorite foundation, high or low end, luxury or drugstore. This was the one. This is Ulta Beauty Complexion Crush Foundation, and they've got 3 different types. They have warm shades, neutral shades, and cool shades. And I tended to go with the cool shades because they seem to run a little golden-y on the warm side. They've got a really good shade range. I have cool light and cool medium light. Let me just show you. I wore these most of the year, and I like it better than my NARS Radiant Light. I like it better than my Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin. I like it better than maybe than RMS even. I don't know. That was my #1 for high end. It goes on very age-friendly. This is probably the most age-friendly foundation I've ever tried, and it's from Ulta, their own brand, Ulta's brand. Complexion Crush, highly recommend it. It's a wonderful, wonderful foundation. You do see the actual color of the foundation and the stripes here, or you can do what I did and sneak open, you know, open it up and look at it. For powder foundation, I don't do a lot of powder foundations. I have older skin with deep lines, fine lines, and texture from my sun damage. But this blew me away. This is the 16-hour Cover and Last from Essence. And this was probably about, I want to say about $6. And it's amazing. It's amazing. It comes with, you know, a mirrored compact, and it comes with a little sponge that you can apply it with, but I apply it with my own powder puff. You can use it over the top to set your makeup if you wish, but I use it on its own over my skincare on days where I don't want to wear too much makeup. And I think this is amazing. I have shade number 7, Natural Suede. And with powder makeup, you can go like a shade or 2 deeper than your own shade. It's much more forgiving because it shears out. And I think the shade 5 and shade 7 are perfect for medium light to light skin tones. They go really, really light, and then they do go a little deeper. I didn't go past 7. I thought that was past my summer shade, I think, but just a wonderful thing from Essence Beauty, and that is called 16-Hour Cover and Last Powder Foundation from Essence. Amazing. Now, powders themselves, I love these. e.l.f. has, this is the Halo Glow. This is in a light pink color. I don't know if you can see that. It's in a beautiful light pink color. It's very brightening for under the eyes. Let me just put it here. It sets your makeup really nicely. It brightens your face. It keeps that area really nice. Very good. I think this is probably the best powder on the market right now in the drugstore, and it comes in different colors. The pink one is the one that's got that smoke. It's so finely milled, it's got that smoky thing going on. But this is the light pink color from e.l.f. Cosmetics. It is a loose powder, which some people don't like to use. It's a little bit messy. The only thing that would rival it, and I think this one last year for me as well, it's the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Translucent Powder. This is an amazing all-around basic powder. You can't go wrong with this. It's better than most high-end powders. It's just beautiful as laying down a base, as setting your primers, as setting your shadows. Just to set your foundation. If you have some lines, you can use this over the top. It doesn't cake. It's an amazing powder, and you get like a half-gallon quart kind of container of it for $4 or $5. It's unbelievable. Now, I have shade Translucent. They also have like a banana powder that's really nice and brightening for warmer tones, and then they do have a deeper shade as well. So between the pink e.l.f. and the translucent Wet n Wild, I have enough powder for the rest of my natural life, I think. For pressed powder, if you feel like if you're traveling or whatever, and I did use this solely when I was traveling, I had a 2-week road trip to and from Reno, Nevada from Connecticut. So that was quite a lot of on the road time, and I brought this as my powder. This is the number 7. And this is the Lift and Illuminate pressed powder. It's the triple action one. Can't go wrong with this. This is just an amazing pressed powder, and that really does rival a lot of high-end powders as well. For blushes, I have 2 new choices and an older choice, but I do have a little bit of a complaint about this. Now, I'm wearing the ColourPop, and this is Between the Sheets. This is one of their bounce formulas. I've only used it 6 times, this newer container. Now, I've had 2 or 3 of these, but this one I noticed it more. I've only used it about 6 times, and I have hit pan. It leads me to believe they're making the containers to hold less, or they're putting less product in, but I thought that was really bad. But this is a beautiful blush. These Bounce Formula blushes are really nice. They adhere, they stay all day. The color selection is really wonderful. Between the Sheets, I actually used it mostly in the summertime when I had a little bit deeper skin tone. In the winter, it's a little bit more harsh, but because I have such bright lighting, and I apologize, my last video had too bright lighting. It's like it really washed everything out. And I was thinking, well, I kind of like the fact that you don't see all my wrinkles and blemishes, you know, you just see my eyes and my lip outline. This ColourPop, actually, it shows up nicely under camera, but in the daytime, I use a much lighter touch, and it lasts all day. And I have a job where I can't touch up my makeup. I can't go and leave because people come in all the time. It's in the funeral and cemetery industry, so I can't just go, oh, let me just put my lipstick on. You know, I can't do that. So once I put my makeup on in the morning before I leave for work, until I have my lunch break, I can't do anything about my makeup. So it's important to me to have makeup that stays put, looks nice, and doesn't crack after an hour of wear. So I do like the Color Pop, the Bounce Formula for a blush. Now NYX takes it with this. I don't know if this came out this year or last year. This is the Wonder Stick, and it's in blush shades. And they have, I think, 3 different combos. I think I got the lightest combo here. This is the light peach and baby pink version. And it looks like their other Wonder Stick that's got the light color and the deeper color for contour, but this is blushes. And they're both gorgeous. They're absolutely gorgeous. One is more of a warm tone and one is more of a pink tone. And let me just put this one on and put this one on. And you'll see that they are, and they sheer out. They sheer out nicely. But they do have pigmentation. They do stay pretty well. I do set them with a powder. But what an interesting thing that they have duo-ended blushes. I mean, for travel, you've got a warm tone and a neutral tone pale pink to travel with. And this is really nice, very convenient. So it's called the Wonder Stick, and it's for blushes from NYX, or NYX, as some of you call it incorrectly. I discovered this, I think, in October. This is the Sweet Cheeks Matte Powder Blush from NYX, and this shade, I think, is called Bang Bang. Let me just look. Bang Bang. Let's think of that Cher song. Bang bang, you shot me down. Again, you know, it was end of summer. I still had some color on my fish belly white skin. Let me just show you what this looks like. It's got a beautiful, milky almost texture to the blush, and they have quite a few assorted shades. There's no mirror with it, but that's okay. I don't mind that stuff. I can't put any more blush on really, or I will look like a carnival attraction. But the texture of this is just so stinking high-end and so wonderful. I would get this in more colors. It's the Sweet Cheeks Matte Blush from NYX, or NYX. For contour, the contour palette that I got in Profusion, I was in Massachusetts, I think, or another location than where I live, and they had a whole Profusion section, and they did have the highlight and contour palette. And oh my gosh, you can use these not only for contour, bronzer, and highlight, but you can also use these as eyeshadow alternatives. You know, you can use a transition color, you can use a nice shimmer on the eyelid. This is kind of a duo purpose. Like, you have to think outside the box sometimes when you're buying makeup or using makeup. Just because it says it's a blush doesn't mean you can't use it as an eyeshadow, or, you know, as a powder, or, you know, something else than what it says on the box. So look at it as the color and that shimmer and what you want to do with it. I mean, look at that. Holy cow. Let me just see if I can show you that. Now this is just the white regular. This is the deeper shade bronzer. And then we have the mid shade bronzer, which I love. They go on very smoothly. This is Profusion, you know. This is a very inexpensive brand. I think this particular palette was like $5. And I totally recommend it. I think it was a wonderful option if you want a palette of colors, like if you're traveling, or you know, not that everybody travels all the time. You know, this year was the first year I've traveled in quite a while, but I went for 2 weeks, and that's 14 nights of having to, you know, change your makeup up. So yeah, I really liked it. Highlight and contour from Profusion. For cream bronzer, I still use the e.l.f. I have been told that the Revolution cream bronzer is better than this, but I've given them numerous chances with their eye palettes, and I've been disappointed so many times. I'm just not excited to go over to the Revolution counter. So you probably won't see anything from Revolution. Nope. Won't see anything from Revolution today here. So again, this is the e.l.f. cream bronzer. The color is Tan Lines. I've had probably maybe 6 months out of this one, and I really like it. I think it's done a bang-up job. You know, some people think that it's too light and it doesn't show up on their skin, but I'm pretty fish belly white, and it shows up nicely on mine, and I build it. And once I blend it in, I do set it with a light powder, either with the blush over the top or a light kind of bronzy powder, one of my contour powders. So really, really nice. e.l.f. did a good job this year. I love this bronzer as well. I think this is Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This is just the mid-shade one. It's not the light one. It does have a mirrored compact. This is the perfect bronzer. Some people don't like the scent, and I just watched an alarming video from Bailey Sarian, and I'll link it below. It's all about scent in products and chemicals in the products in the USA that actually can cause cancer, that are still allowed and are legal, and how a lot of scent mongers, perfumeries and things like that, don't have to list some of the harmful chemicals because it's part of their proprietary blend for their scent. So it's a very important video to watch. I totally recommend you have a look at it. So scent in product really does annoy me, and Physicians Formula should know better than to put a scent in a product. I love this product so much. I can tolerate the coconut smell. It doesn't bother me as much, but I know that a lot of people are sensitive to scent, and so that's why there's other options here for bronzers. But man, this is so good. It's so pretty. For highlight, there are two from Essence. I think the highlighter and then the Pure Nude. I think that both of these are good. This one's a little bit more, I don't want to say metallic, I'll say it's more satiny looking. Get more of a, let's see, there we go, get more of a satin look from this. This one is more of a natural glow, and I think Pure Glow is a great name for it because it's a natural looking glow, as opposed to, you can see the stripe here, you can see the glow here. Daily I wear the Pure Glow if I'm going out, or in the evening the highlighter is perfect. Runner up here, and this is, again, I'm sort of trying to get away from Sephora a little bit, but this is their Golden Hour highlighters, and this is in Aurora, and I think this color is just so snaking pretty. This is similar to the color I liked last year, Dawn I think it was, or Dusk, and they discontinued it. Sephora discontinues a lot of their products. As soon as you get used to them and you like them, they discontinue them. But I do like the Aurora. It's a duo palette. You get two colors for the price of one, and they often have 30% off Sephora brand products. And I know they made a second stab at a sale for people, you know, to rival Ulta, who was, you know, having a better sale actually. And I like it, but you know, I don't know if I like Sephora anymore. I'm not sure I'm going to be going back there all that often. For face sprays, I did change up. I had the Flower Beauty setting spray, and then when that was done, I thought, well, I wonder if I should try this, because people have been talking about it. There's a green one and there's a blue one. This is a blue light preventing makeup setting spray, so it's got the added advantage of helping your skin defend itself against the blue light rays. And if you don't know what blue light is, take your phone and take a picture of the television set or your computer screen, and you're going to see it looks blue. That's the blue radiation coming out off of the screen. You don't see it with your naked eye, but it's there, you know. It's kind of like radiation, you know. You don't see it, but it's there. Electricity, you don't see it, but it's there. This is really nice. It gives a nice even spray. My makeup looks great. It looks very hydrating and pretty. So I do like this. This is the Stay All Day Blue Light Micro Setting Mist from e.l.f. And it has a really good, and you do have to shake it up, as with anything. I shake anything up. It has a very light mist. You can see that with the black background. It's actually purple, but you know, it shows up black, and my lights are so strange. So, okay. For brows, new this year, I did try the e.l.f. This is the e.l.f. Brow Lift, and because so many people had, you know, talked about it and everything. It's very weird, kind of thick jelly looking stuff. When you put your brush in it, you know, you can wipe this on your brows, and it gives them that lift and hold that you would like. And it is clear, so it is a universal shade. You can use it regardless of what color your brows are. Now, if you want a color to your brows, you can use, there's great brow gels from Essence and from Ulta. I didn't bring any of those with me, but I do still use the NYX. This is the Micro Brow. And, you know, if you can get the taupe shade or the ash blonde shade, really, really nice. It rivals high-end brow products. I really like it, and that's from NYX. For eyeliners, for the waterline, I don't often do the waterline because I don't think it's healthy for your eyes to have that. But if I have an evening out, this is the Lay Liner from L'Oreal, and you can tightline your upper waterline with it. I don't do the bottom waterline with anything, but this holds pretty well. And this is the been compared with Lancome's eyeliner, which Glitzy Fritzy mentioned, and she talked about this. She has this, and she has the Lancome. I didn't get the Lancome as well because I don't like to spend a lot of money when I'm not really using a product that often, but the Lay Liner from L'Oreal, this is a really nice tight line waterline liner that won't transfer down to the lower side if you're just doing the upper side. For regular eyeliners, there were a couple, and I think it depends on the color. I tried a new color this year from Pixie because I really love Pixie Silk Eye liners. This one is called London Fog, and it's such a pretty kind of a blue toned gray. Just want to show you this. It's blue toned gray on the borderline of Peacock. And then I have this one, which is a slate gray, which I use in lieu of black liner. The Pixie liners are one of, you can see I've sharpened it. I've used this a lot. I've sharpened it a lot, but I love the Pixie Silk Eye pens. I think these are wonderful. You do have to sharpen them, but they are so highly pigmented and so wonderful. I really like them a lot. LA Girl just blew me away with this navy blue pencil. You can use it as a shadow or as a liner. I'm just going to blend it out for you a little bit so you can see it blends nicely to a shadow. But if you want a liner, it's there for you, baby. It's there for you. Really nice. For nice green color, this is kind of a moss green, and this is from Sorme. And Sorme is a medical grade brand, really. You find this brand in a lot of dermatologist office. They did feature themselves in CVS for a while, and they kind of fell on their faces, unfortunately, in CVS. They discontinued them in my local CVS, so I can't get it locally anymore. But I really like, this is a moss green shade, and I like their products. I trust them. They're healthy ingredients, very, very highly pigmented. They're a little on the expensive line for drugstore, but you can find them in some CVS's still, and you can go to their website and find them there as well. I really like Sorbet, and I did do a full face of Sorbet at one point. Koki Cosmetics, another one that you don't see in the stores. If you go to their website, you're going to find, you know, really wonderful products from them. Hit or miss on some of the eye products, but I love this. It's kind of a bronzy shade. Let's see. It's kind of a shimmer bronze shade for underneath the eye. I love using it underneath the eye and then setting it with a shimmer shadow. For liquid liner, Sephora has the best liquid liners for drugstore liners. It's the Sephora brand. You can go really, really tiny with the line, or you can go deep. But you know, it's just a beautiful liner. I have the dark gray, slate gray in that, and they have great liners. They dry down nicely. They stay well. They don't splay out when you're spreading them out. So for liquid liner, I do like the Sephora. For palettes, I have an all-around face palette that I used last year and this year, and it did win last year as well, but it's an all-around face palette. I took this traveling with me for my 2-week journey to Reno. It is from Rude Cosmetics, and this is called Nude York Times Square, and it is everything you need. It's got your highlighter, your blush, 2 shades of blush, a bronzer, and then it's got perfect eyeshadows. It's got a couple of shimmers. It's got your basic eye, 1, 2, 3 basic eye, and then it's got some shimmers, a little bit of color, pop of color. This is the perfect face palette. I can't recommend this enough. This is the Nude York face palette from Rude Cosmetics, and I loved it last year. I love it this year, and hopefully it's still available. I bought this one. This is my second one, and I think I bought it in March of this year, so I'll link it below. Hopefully they still have it. For my lashes today, I am wearing Kiss MLBB My Lash But Better. These are day-to-day lashes. You can reuse them, and I have used these 3 or 4 times. They were in my last 2 videos. They adhere well, they feel comfortable, they give me that glam look that I like to have, and they're easy to remove, easy to put on. I only had to cut a teeny bit off of them. Usually I have to cut maybe 1/8 of an inch off of the ends of eyelash strips because they're too long for my eye and they droop down. So I really like these, and to apply them, a big surprise was in the Dollar Tree. They have a new brand called I Envy, and I Envy has this, it is a 3D super strong hold lash glue. This is from Dollar Tree, $1.25. It is probably the best lash glue I've ever used. Who would have known that? And this is, you know, you can paint it. I paint it on my actual lid first. I also paint a little on the lashes. I let it set for about 15 to 20 seconds, and then I put it on. I just stick it on. It sticks, holds really nicely. Absolutely amazing. For the small eye palettes, I think there were 7 released. These are the 4 that I really find that I really like from the Essence brand. These are $5 eye palettes. There's 6 shades in each. I like these 4. The other 3 I'm not as keen on. The formulations in them weren't as exciting to me, but these 4 I really like. The first one is Taupe. It's a very nice, cool toned gray color, and it has like a beautiful metallic shimmer. A couple of them actually. There's another one. It has some mattes here, a gray, a pink, and a light ivory. It has 3 shimmers, 3 mattes. It's just beautiful for a cool toned look, for an evening out, something very glam. If you want something neutral or cool toned, this is a wonderful palette, and it's only 6 shades, but man, they are nice. They're good quality. It feels high end, really, really nice. This one is bronzed this way. This is also from Essence, 6 shades. And again, you have a light shade, you have like, you can use this as your mid shade, which is kind of a neutral reddish pink color, and then you have your deep color for the corner, and you have these 3 shimmers. I love this one for under the eye. I love lining under the eye with a bronze shimmer color. So this one is beautiful, bronze this way. And again, these are from Essence, and I think there was mauve and rose were 2 of the other ones I didn't care for, and possibly the nude one. Yeah, nude, mauve, and rose. I didn't really care for those. As far as the formulations go, I think they fell flat. But these, whew, this is Dancing Green. And this has some beautiful, again, shimmers, a deep shade. You've got your basic eye, your crease color. You've got a nice gold shimmer here. Let me see if I can show you that. Nice gold shimmer. You know, some people were saying that the shimmers weren't va-va-voom. They weren't metallic enough for them, but I think these shades are very wearable. And with, you know, St. Patty's Day coming up, you can't help but have a palette like this in your collection. The last one in that group that I really like is Ice Ice Baby. Let's see that song. Has an unusual muted blue in here that I love, and it has a deeper blue. I use these mostly for accents, and again, you've got this nice bronzy shade that's kind of a gray blue color. You've got a silvery white and a, you know, a kind of an off cool toned ivory. I use this mostly for accent. I don't use this to make a whole eye with, but you probably can make a nice cohesive eye with it. Not on me. You know, I like blue eyeshadow, but not like blue eyeshadow. You know, it's like, okay, who is it? Yeah. Angelica, yeah, she does stuff like that. Ulta, for the mid-size palette, Ulta, they have this called Everyday Faves, and this is a good kind of all-purpose neutrals with a pop of shimmer in there. There's mattes in there to make a base eye. This is all year round. It's not just autumn, it's not just summer, not just winter. It's a really nice all year round basic neutral palette. You can use this, you can glam it up on its own, or you can move into one of these if you want to add some colors to something like this. But I think it's a mid-level, all over, very doable palette. This is called the Everyday Faves. And interesting, and it's made in Poland. All right, for larger palettes, I still use my exotic flavors from Amazon, and I still use my Stone Cold Fox. I use it all the time. I mean, I did depot a lot of my palettes, and I use them in the Z palettes with all the colors, but I didn't tear this one apart. This is the Stone Cold Fox from ColourPop. This one last year, I like it. I mean, I can use it. I've got it on my eyes today. You can do a lot with it. It's got versatility. There's shimmers, there's mattes, there's neutrals. It's not too warm. It's not all those pinks and sunflower yellows. You know, it's got a really nice combination of colors, and it's filthy as anything on the cover here. It just looks, oh, this is a little trailer park here. But I do like the colors in here, and I think that, and I've been using them. There's quite a few dips in some of these colors. You'll see I've been using them a lot. So it's a pretty well-loved palette for 2 years now. I came out, I think, late in 2021, and all of us fell in love with it. I think it was like November or something in 2021. So we all used it, and we all in December proclaimed this as, you know, the best palette. Now, as far as specialty palettes for seasonals, I fell into the rabbit hole, but I'm really glad I did again. Morphe always tempts me with their huge palettes with a million colors. This one really grabbed my attention. It's a seasonal palette from Morphe. This is the seasonal palette next to Aurora from ColourPop, which I don't know if I'll ever get it. It's been on order now since it came out. I'm still waiting for it, and you know, they said, well, our shipments are slow, you know, please be patient. And I'm like, but I want to do my anyway. Morphe, this is the 35XS No Silent Nights. This is their holiday palette release. Oh my goodness. No mirror, but look at these colors. You've got some glorious colors here. There are shimmers and mattes here. There's your basic eyes. You've got some warm tones, some cool tones. You do have some purples, blues, grays. You do have your yellow, golds, and oranges for you people who love to do that, which I do not. I can't. This whole row here, I could do without this whole row on the end. I hate that sunflower shade. You know, it just makes me look so sickly. You know, and combine it with one of these kind of weird purple shades around. They'll take my pulse. They will, because I just look so sick with sunflower. So I don't like this row, but the rest of this palette is stunning. It really is, and the formulation is better than their usual kind of formulation, because I think they get really cheap eyeshadows in general, but they do once in a while mix in some really nice shades and nice formulas. So again, it's, you know, luck of the draw with them. I usually look at their palettes, love them, and then they disappoint me because they don't look the same as they do in the pan on my eye, or they transfer badly, or they sheer out to nothing, or they look muddy when you blend one color into another one. But I found that this palette was pretty versatile and pretty nice. So that wins my best seasonal palette. Going into mascara, this is another one where I've been waiting for the order to show up. The Milani is to be a dupe for Thrive Cosmetics. Yeah, I don't know, but I have been using these all year long, and so I do know that I love these. These are the Sky High mascaras from Maybelline. What's good about them is that they don't leave dings on my upper lids. They don't smear underneath. They give a nice big honkin' lash. They come in a couple of shades. I have the brown black and the black. And I think they have a wonderful formulation. I think they did it right. Now, if you get the Cosmic Black, there's so little difference between the Cosmic Black and the Very Black. Very little. On the eyes, you don't see anything really at all. You know, I delved into that, and I think one of my earlier videos in the summer, I showed them side by side, and you could tell a very slight difference, but who cares? If you have the Very Black, don't go buy the Cosmic Black, because you don't need it. And I don't know, I think they realized what a trip that was. You know, it didn't do any more volume, it didn't do any more length, it was just a deeper shade of black. And that's for folks who really, you know, require that. I didn't. I think it's just a basic shade of black or a dark brown is what I prefer. Black can look very stark and spidery sometimes, and especially fair-skinned folks like me. So the Sky High mascara from Maybelline is my mascara of the year. If I do get the Milani one, and if I do get the Aurora palette from ColourPop, I will do a December faves and flops video next week, because both of those orders are due in by next week, so I will include the reviews on those there. So going into lip products now, there's a couple, and I'll talk about my Temu finds in a minute, but this is the new one. This is a lip oil, and this is the Fruit Fetish lip oil from Milani. And oh gosh, I don't know when these came out, maybe October or so. And I was just looking for a, I bought this when I was on my trip, so that would have been September. I got the strawberry lemonade, and it goes on like a lip gloss almost. But if you wait like, let me just show you the color here, strawberry lemonade. If you wait about 20 minutes, the whole of your lip, the color seems to even out and your lips feel smooth. Now there is a gacky fruit smell with each of these, and it's a slightly different gacky fruit smell with each of them. There's a pineapple one, the strawberry lemonade, I think guava, you know, there's different flavors. And that stays on there. I'd say that first 20 minutes you do kind of notice the wafting scent of the fruit. I thought strawberry lemonade would be something I could handle, and it's okay. But I love what it does to my lips. It hydrates your lips, it makes them look smooth, and it seems to even out the color. It causes a reaction in your lips that brings the blood to the surface or something, and you get this beautiful, even looking lip. It makes your lips look great. So this is really quite a unique product, and it's from Milani, and you know, they do lip products pretty well at Milani. I'm very pleased with their lip products, but this is their Fruit Fetish lip oil, and I think there's maybe 4, 5 shades of it. And where I found mine, back in September, it was on a special display because it was new, but I noticed in my local CVS recently, it's on the bottom shelf. With all the lip products, it's at the bottom shelf. So I don't know if they just put it there because they didn't know what to do with it, or you know, that's where its station is, but it's a permanent fixture in the Milani line. This is from Flower Beauty. This is Peachy Nude. Let me see if I can just do that. It's a very, very pretty color. It's a very hydrating formula. I do like a lot of Flower Beauty products, and this one is just such a pretty all-around, bright and pretty, but very natural looking lipstick from Flower Beauty. And the other one is from Revlon, and I just love this shade. It's Soft Silver Red. Soft Silver Red is a very subtle corally red color from Revlon. I have loved this for years. I think it won last year, it may have won last year, with several of the other shades from Revlon. I don't know what their financial situation is. Hopefully they will stay in business because I love this lipstick. But this is Soft Silver Red, and just a beautiful lipstick. Stays put, looks pretty, it's bright. This is more of an alternative to wearing a red lipstick for those of us who are too shy to wear super red color. For lip liners, I'm still using the Maybelline Grige, and it's kind of funny. This Maybelline color, it's bringing back that whole lining the lips thing. You know, you're supposed to use it like underneath the bottom and then just a little bit on the tops to add and emphasize that lower lip to make it appear bigger. And Grige is an unusual color. It's more of a gray, neutral tone, mauvey gray color. I use it sometimes, but I don't use it at work. I use it in the evening. And I think that that's something that it does kind of extend your lips out a little bit, but it's gray, grayish mauve. And I love this from NYX. This is the Line Loud lip liner, and it's in Born to Hustle. And I gotta admit, I did get this because of the name. Choice of several colors. This is Born to Hustle, really pretty lip liner. When I'm wearing a mid-tone lipstick, really, really nice. For lip gloss, I love these lifter glosses from Maybelline, and this one is in Sun. It's a really pretty This one has a coconut essence to it. It doesn't have that same gacky smell that most of the Maybelline lip products have, which I really like. I think L'Oreal and Maybelline would have so much more success with their lip products if they didn't put the gacky floral scent in them that they have. But this is a coconut scent. This is called Sun. It's a really pretty lip gloss, and this is their lifter gloss. And some of them, like Silk and Moon and a few of the others, have wonderful texture to them. They have pigmentation. You can use them as an alternative to lipstick, but they do transfer. I mean, if you have a couple cups of coffee, it's going to be on your coffee cup, all right? But I do like this. I think it really adds something to the look of your lips. For perfume, low-end perfume, you can get these on Amazon. You can get them in Walmart. These are the Wild Spirit, and this is Spring Jasmine and Driftwood. These are beautiful, beautiful scents. The Driftwood is a nice, fresh kind of non-floral scent. It's just very pretty and fresh. It does not smell like a low-end perfume. Driftwood is my favorite, and then the Spring Jasmine is more of a light floral. You can buy these in Walmart or on Amazon. They're called Wild Spirit. These are colognes or perfumes, I guess you could call them. Now, I just want to mention them because they may still have them on the websites. There were a couple of really good products worth mentioning, and one of them was the 6-in-1 color lipstick. And a lot of us remember back then they used to have those lip glosses that you had all these like 6 different shades of lip gloss, and you would unscrew one and you would have it. These lipsticks are great on. I'm really impressed. I think I have a red here. You can see better. But there's like a million shades. You've got like a light pink, you've got a deeper shade of brown. They last pretty well, and they give you some good coverage. You've got a really nice assortment of colors. This is from the Temu website, and it's called Fit Colors 6-in-1 lipstick, and I really like it. They also have the aloe infused lip pencils, and there's 12 shades in here. Now True Lips lip liner pencil, and you get 12 shades of lip pencil. I think they are around I think it's around $6 for this set. And there's 12 lip liners. They are all different variants. The one that surprised me was this one, because it doesn't look like as dark when you swatch it. It doesn't look like the ends. So the ends of the pens, although the red one I think did look red. Yeah, the red one did look red, more corally red. But they're more subtle than the shades that are on their caps. But for 12 lip liners that are infused with aloe and a few other things, these are really nice, and it was a great price. This is off the Temu website again. So Lang Mani, they have these. There's 12 of these liquid lipsticks. They do dry down matte. So I will just put one on here so you can see it. They do dry down matte, but they do stay. Look at that pigmentation. There is a vanilla cookie kind of scent to them. Really, really nice assortment here. Lang Mani, Langmanni, They are the only brand that I truly trust on the Temu site. I think they make high-end cosmetics in their factory because all of their formulations and the makeup I purchased from this Temu website, the makeup that I purchased that is from Langmani has been high quality, and the pricing is just excellent with this. I mean, this particular set I think was $8 for 12 liquid lipsticks, so I really did like that. I was really surprised with the quality of their eye pencils as well, and the dark green one was especially pretty, beautiful on. It lasted all day. And then this one, they just call this blue, but it's more of a peacock blue, which, as I said, I think is kind of coming into vogue now. The peacock shade is coming into vogue. These are beautiful single eyeliners, and they are Davis is the name of the company that makes these, and they are still available on the website because I just ordered 2 more. For powder, this is not Essence, but it does look like Essence, and I think this is, I think it is Essence because this is the translucent matte setting powder. This blurs the skin, this covers your pores, this mattifies, this helps set in the lines. This is a beautiful product, and it is the same as the Essence, but it is called Geckomo. Geckomo is the name of the brand. And then last but not least, this is the Langmani, and it is the Snake series. I do believe this is the Huda formula, and it's the Snake series from Langmani, Langmanni. This is my favorite makeup company off of the Temu site so far because I have not been disappointed in any of their makeup yet, but I have been disappointed in other brands off of there. So if you're going to pay, $2 for an eye palette, look for the name Langmani, and that Temu site is pretty interesting. You can get some pretty good deals. They do carry some of the same stuff as the Shein, as Alibaba, as Wish, Shop Miss A, all those sites. And I think they buy up excess overages from the factories that make products for other companies, because they only have odd limits of numbers. They'll say only 13 left, or only 1,000 left, or only, so that's, left over from somebody's order. Somebody ordered, like I said, they ordered 1,000, they maybe made 1,200, so those extra 200, they can sell them. They've already been paid for. Anything's profit, so it's really just the shipping that costs them the money. So, but anyway, I hope that's been fun for you. It was an awful lot of fun for me to decide which of my products I really like this year. Anyway, I hope all of you are having a wonderful, safe, and happy holiday week. I kind of battened down the hatch here. It's Christmas Day, and I watched probably 5 corny Hallmark movies in a row. I made some beef stew, and I am visiting a friend tomorrow, and so then I go back to work on Tuesday. So I hope all of you have a very safe and happy holiday. May all your wishes come true, and let's all have a better 2023. Take care, everybody. Toodles.